in a little bit, and looking like it's starting to follow through on that 2.3 break. All right, well, good morning, everybody. Yes, we got the CPI print this morning that we've been waiting for 2 years. Top maybe the top of inflation maybe in. We may have had peak inflation because inflation last month year over year was 9.1%, which was greater than prior. And however, for the first time in a while, we now see inflation pull back a little bit to 8.5%. Core inflation, when you remove, oil, energy, and some of the stuff that moves a bit rapidly, has remained unchanged, 5.9% to 5.9% previously, making the month-over-month change 0% month-over-month. But we're at 8.5%. It's the first positive print in inflationary terms, and that could possibly cause the Fed to ease off the thrusters. And that kind of talk is what may mean that the bottom on the markets is has already been put in. And that's what we called out and knew 7 or 8 weeks ago, is that the bottom was in. And the reason why the market was going up for the last 8 weeks was because if the bottom was in and everything was fully discounting the economic downturn, and there was no more discounting to go, and therefore, if the bottom was in, then you should buy up the bottom. So that's how front running happens, and the market leaded us up a rally trend and an uptrend in the last 8 weeks, 2 months, is because we were front running for the last 8 weeks. The fact that we fully discounted the market, and that it would be a good idea because 5-10 months from now, the market will be well on its way. So today is first real confirmation of all that we've had. The real positive, first positive confirmation. There's no speculation about it. One thing that could occur is CPI goes back up over 9.1% inflation over the next 2 or 3 CPI readings, next 2 or 3 months. So we'll have to keep an eye on it because, as you know, a downtrend doesn't necessarily have to be just down. It can include some pullbacks to the upside on the way down. So we'll see. We'll be keeping our eye on it. But it appears to be that peak inflation is behind us, and that's great for the markets. The S&P 500, all stocks and across the market moved up on this news, about 2%. And that did put the S&P 500 finally up and over the June pivot high, which is really significant. So let's see if we can hold that today and close above that level. That would be the important thing. If we can close above that level, we can put in a whole day where we close above that level. And that's basically right here where it's at. We're at 418 on S&P 500. And that's where we want to hopefully close over today. Over on the Qs, we've been well over in the growth market, well over that June pivot high for the last week and a half. But today, what you want to watch for is to see if we can get up and over the most recent high which is 320, roughly 327 would be the resistance level we're trying to get up and over. If we can inch our way towards 327 on the Qs today, that'd be great. The average move on the Qs has been $6.50 per day, and we're opening at 324. So, if it could move that much today in the positive, that'd put us up around 330, which would be extraordinary. That would be an extraordinarily exuberant, strong reaction. So I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. But so long as we can close above where we open, I'd be happy with that. Or test 328. Yeah, that'd be great. Now the Dow is in a little bit of worse shape. The Dow is almost up and over June highs. In order for the Dow to get up and over June highs, it only needs to move about a point more to on the DIA ETF to about 313. Or is that, yeah, did I misread that? 333, rather, 333. So those are the key numbers that you want to be looking for across the market to understand if the market is taking this in and digesting it positively. There's really very little other way to digest it. So I would not trust any kind of a intraday downtrend, and instead, I do believe that would be an opportunity to dip by some of your favorite names. I did put out a signal on Apple, Amazon, and Netflix this morning. They seem to be at good points, potentially, in their setups. Mostly Apple and Netflix. Amazon, however, tends to be one that a lot of people are going to throw money into on this news, and this could continue for a month. So this is a good moment. This is a good moment to find something to get into. 20 minutes until the opening bell. 10 minutes until the opening bell. And as we look to momentum stocks for moves, it's a little bit drier than it's been the last week and a half. But we have CLWT we're watching. LOTZ is in a nice spot. SSNT. And then AMTD, the parent company of HKD, was putting in a nice shape. It has been putting in some nice action this morning. I mentioned that if it can break 2.7, that it might go to test $3. That just happened about 5-10 minutes ago, and it tested 284. It's pulled back to 277. So AMTD on a little bit of a move. But that whole HKD thing is in dead cat bounce territory. So that's not something for you to mess around with unless you're an experienced trader. U.S. Steel, yeah. I'm also in another steel company. I can't remember the name right now. UNP, was it? CMC Metals. CMC Metals. Yeah, Metals. CMC Metals might be down on this news now. And X as well, steel, about inflation. Who mentioned VRNA? Okay, Rebecca, thank you. Roblox, $1 from filling the gap. Yeah, so there's not much left in that play then, is there? Where is the gap? Where is Roblox? Okay, it's way down, 44.70, and it's been moving up. Okay, it's been moving up all morning. If you were to wake up a couple hours ago, it moved from around 40 to now 40, almost 5, and it's trying to fill a gap on bad news. I guess earnings. Yeah, that's one of Chris's favorite plays. And once it fills the gap, then what, Chris? There's not much congestion there. It probably won't necessarily reject when it fills that gap. It'll probably just test around and grind up, especially if the market wins are positive today. So I wouldn't necessarily go short up there at the low of yesterday, in my opinion. What was the other one you were talking about? Not Roblox, but there's one other one. Hillbillies on the move? All right. We will always call that hillbillies. BRNA just dead catting. Yeah, not much to it looks like. You got to look at the daily chart to know where you're at with things. And volume. Yeah, hillbillies is trying to make some move here, and it is returning some good, decent percentage gains. No, not SQQQ. Not with the latest CPI print. HLBZ, Hellbiz, thoughts? No, nothing. It's just flipping out. That's a wild stock, day tradable, maybe penny stock swingable. Outside of that, there's not really much thoughts necessary. It's the people who are thinking that are going to get ruined. Just look at the numbers and trade the thing. XELA has earnings after hours today. Is that why you wanted me to take a look at it, or was it after hours yesterday? Yeah, it looks like an earnings miss, and they didn't do so well. So a negative reaction resulting. Not a good idea. All right, we got 5 minutes until the market opens. Here's what the growth market looks like. The Qs, pre-market, holding. Holding that pop on the CPI information. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thoughts on Macy's Long? Interesting. Haven't looked at it. Let's take a look. It's not showing the strength. So that doesn't mean it won't happen, but it doesn't look good. Apple, that's a company showing a lot of strength. Apple now probably near only 9% off of its highs, all-time highs. Can't say that about many other stocks. PayPal, I think, is at like 80% off of its all-time high. Remember. Which would you rather be? Apple or PayPal? I have no thoughts on Nikola. I mean, it's in a long-term downtrend. It's following that 200 moving average perfectly. A good short, perhaps, from here. I have a whole list of stocks I'm waiting for, and they all have alerts on them. So if they break their levels and create an entry, I'll be pulling them up and looking at them this morning. I signaled Apple and Netflix mostly this morning as being at good points. All right, we've got 3 minutes until the market opens. The market should be free to move. We'll probably see the VIX potentially get down below 20, possibly. And the market should grind up today or move up swiftly. And if it doesn't, It's just because it's a delayed reaction, and perhaps other stocks are trying to fill in first before everything across the board is together at the new levels, and then the leaders will snap and break out, perhaps tomorrow, if not today. I do one-on-one teaching lessons, yes. So send me a private message or click the link in my bio and send me a private message in our trading group. And you can find that actually in our trading group under the channel Private Lessons. What bit mining does everyone suggest? Mara? I can't remember if that was the one. There used to be, three leaders there. One of them was more highly discounted. Let's see what others say. Yeah, between Mara, Riot, BTBT. Put them all in a list for me, and I'll take a look at it in about 30 minutes, or maybe 25 minutes. All right, the market's opening in 1 minute. Is that all you got? I just took a look at all of them. Riot and Mara seem to be well set up. I think Riot looks a lot better than Mara. Maybe 10 times better. 30 seconds until the market opens. Yeah, I know Hut is a little bit weak, but better than Mara, but not as good as Riot. Sun W. All right. Sun W is up on earnings reaction, positive earnings reaction. All right, market is open. Got a long list of alerts coming up here. Get into it. So we're going to need to see some more action. Right, the market itself is just hanging out right at the open, is not making a strong move yet. GitLab looking good. GitLab for a swing trade entry, if it can hold. $7 of risk. Posting it. As far as the momentum movers, HLBZ moving. CLWT. There we go. There's a pop on CLWT. CLWT for you day traders. Market pulling back a little bit in the second minute here on the open. No entry if the stock is not green from the open with regards to our swing trades. Remember that. Why do you on Sundays cut the video on TikTok? No, I don't. I stop at the same time on every platform. You know, if you'd like to continue in our trading group, you just have to click the link in your description somewhere there, and come join our trading group. And we chat to each other. We're interacting all day. Most stocks are selling off on this 2% open, which suggests that many investors and traders aren't buying a positive outlook. Selling here. Checking through alerts here. Just want to see a little more strength before. Plug with a very positive move this morning. Day one earnings release play on that one. Plug. And I will go post that right now. That's not a swing trade. That's just an ER play. The risk would be to the bottom of today's candle, $26, so $1.50 roughly of risk. That was plug. Netflix doing well out of the gate. EWT Taiwan is in a sweet spot for short. Waiting for. Disney, we got a signal on Disney. Unfortunately, it's a down day, so there's no actual entry there. All right, so I'm going to go over and get some allocation on that EWT, my macro portfolio. Short. I would go short on EWT. That's Taiwan, and that's a geopolitical play. I mean, it's even a little bit more than just a macro play, but it is macro. TTD moving. Yep. That seems to be less of a momentum move, but perhaps. Is it moving on earnings? Let's see. Market still pulling back for the last 8 minutes off of the open, which must be profit taking. However, Netflix continues to go up. Apple continues to go up. Apple doing well off of the open. Netflix doing well off of the open. They were set up, they were lurching. I gotta look up that word now. To lurch. Not quite what I was thinking, but yeah. Lurching. It was lurching. Lunging, no. It's not what it was doing, but where it was at the edge of the cliff jump. Perched, I guess you could say. Was well perched. CBZ, an excellent swing trade. Hitting right now. CBZ, putting that into swing 100. Good open and break. The risk on that ideally is $1.50. It should well protect you. CBZ. All right. Yeah, short is put. Yeah, if you're getting options, yes, or selling it short, obviously. Lunging, perched, poised. I think of like a jaguar just ready to strike, not necessarily a lion, because when it's a little bit different, but the jaguar will go to that one spot, like right on the edge of perfect lunging, which is what you said, a perfect leap, and wait for the right moment. So whatever that is. I think lurching before they lunge or something. Is day trading high risk? Absolutely. Yeah. High risk, and you're sure to lose, especially if you ask that question. So the way to approach it, if you're sure to lose, is to spend half a year or a year trading in paper trading, Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to try to get a discount for everybody on this new software that I found. So I'll be writing them and we'll see. But you can go to tradingsim.com and you can practice 24/7 replaying the market for day trading purposes. They have level 2 replay. So tick by tick on the entire market, every stock, every moment, to the second, to the tick. That's pretty damn cool. Tradingsim.com. And I think it's only like $25 a month. So you could practice all day, all night, whatever's good for you. And then my recommendation is when you have a string of 20 profitable trades in a row, following a lot of the disciplined techniques that I give, then maybe you could try some real money. But I don't suggest you trade with real money until you have at least 13 out of 20 trades profitable or not at a loss or at a micro loss or break even, and then altogether as a whole profitable at more than a 2-to-1 ratio on your risk. Yeah, L2. Yeah. That's the cool thing about it. Yeah. So it's only $25 a month anyway, but I would like to see if I can get maybe some kind of a 50% annual discount for us or something, members. All right, we seem to be coming up off the bottom for the first time now. TTD now hitting 72.5. Hillbillies, HLBZ, Hellbiz at $1.75 after coming out of a plateau, a base of about 160 in pre-market. So not a ton of movement there. The AMTD stock completely failed out, failed pre-market base, did not hold. Previous strong swing trade runner, CLH, with a pocket pivot entry. I'll be posting that right now. The risk is to 100, so $4. I'm just going to do a quick double check that earnings have been released. Yeah, earnings were released yesterday, and that is why the positive reaction. Be a day that it never looks back from. Wow, it had a drop right after that break. That happened to be where I got in. What is your first profit target on Netflix? It's not a day trade, Benjamin, but if you want to day trade it, I can give you intraday profit targets, but it's a swing trade, and for that we just let it gestate. We see where it goes. We could end up holding it for a month. Could be a week, could be a couple days. We'll see. But typically we're looking for about 20% gains from the breakout level. So in this case, that would be 232 times 1.2 or 278. We're hoping for. The resistance or gap completely filled level would be 332. So we're looking for like 280. It's potentially optimistic, but along the way, we'll think about the 5% level and 10% level and the 50% level about taking a little profit. If you're stuck on greed, you can't succeed. Except in communism and socialism, you could succeed there. You could become a Nazi police officer, for example, would be a success in communism. Then you would be thought of as a success and a proud member of society. And then your mom would be so proud. And all of your friends. Okay, I'm looking through a couple more alerts that seem to be coming up right now. Also, I want to check on MarketSmith. Let's see what they're alerting. And I also have some alerts set up over there. Yeah, no, that's not a good one. Not at all. No. Gotta go check out DQ. Oh, this is MUSA? Okay. Curious how DQ was. HLBZ looking to test $2. Yes, sir, Nick. HLBZ looking to test $2. Currently at $1.86. TTD moving up. It's at 73. LOTZ failed from the open. The market across the board trying to break the open after sagging after the open is now coming back up and potentially breaking the open. That usually can be a very strong entry. Usually means 60 to 80% probability. And so fingers crossed on that as we come up back to the open. Then that level on the Qs, for example, 325. And that would be the point, or anywhere along here is looking pretty strong, but that would be the point in which to release your hedges from yesterday against the down market. In a perfect world, but you can, you're a trader. You can do whatever you need to do. OKTA, I'll take a look. us with. Thank you, Dennis, for letting me know why to take a look. So this uptrend that OKTA is in is so much softer and weaker than the market, like the growth market over here. The Qs, look at that uptrend, much stronger, moving up, angled up higher, angled up. And then let's look at their earnings. They're not profitable. Not profitable, not profitable, not profitable, not profitable, despite a 68% margin. So that means like they're stealing money. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Like, how could you not be profitable with a 68% margin? Like, what are you doing wrong internally? But their revenues have been growing incrementally, so that's good. So if they can figure out this profitability thing, then it'll attract investors, and then you can get on the train. Right now, that train is in the stockyards, still fixing it up. It's fucked. To use a vulgar term, HLBZ is coming up on 1.9. It's trying to break 1.9. HLBZ. MAIA trying. A lot of stocks are trying. HLBZ, the only one with positive movement. I mean, Dollar General and Dollar Tree have been excellent defensive allocations in your portfolio, and they've certainly gone up in the last couple months. They're going to be more well protected in this economy. But the thing is, why go to Dollar Tree or Dollar General if we're now entering a growth market, potential growth market? You'll get better returns. Is Tesla dragging this morning? Yeah, I deliberately was not alerting Tesla because Tesla is in a downtrend the last couple of days and was not showing the right kind of strength this morning relative to everything else that was going on out there. Apple was looking good, and Netflix was in a really great spot, broke out and is doing well. Amazon had some elements of strength to it, but it has pulled back beneath the open already. So, but it was the weaker of the three. If this market can be bought up from here, Amazon will probably go. But if not, you can cut it. Yes, I am aware Elon dumped 8 million shares. He dumped $7 billion worth of Tesla. Yes. That must have been his dump right there. It went from 915 to 865 that day. 865 divided by 9 minus 1. That is a 5.46% drop. Times I can $50 drop, 1,041,000,000 shares. So that's a $5.2 billion drop. $5.2 billion drop. And he said he raised $7 billion. So probably that information was inaccurate. It probably raised $5.2 billion. That was probably all Elon on August 5th back there. Going through some more alerts right now. There. All right, first 30 minutes of the market has been put in. And so let's head on over to the group. I'll catch you in the group. I did create there's a new forum thing in there. I haven't even started using it yet. It's underneath forum live trading. So if anybody's doing more day trading, live trading type of thing, maybe go there, talk, see what happens. I don't know. It's a new thing. It's a new feature. Forum live trading. Otherwise, see you in the momentum area and the active trader lounge. That's usually where you can find Alpha with his trades. Cool. Cool. Yep. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you. Have a great morning, all. And as usual, pay attention to the alerts. Today's an interesting day. Everybody else out there, don't forget to follow and or click the link in the description or the bio.